With my woman, 'cause she couldn't help me with my mind. People think I'm insane because I am frowning all the time. Yeah! Guardo, come with me, man. Don't be hiding in the corner, man. I know I was freaking you out, and Ozzy scares you and stuff with the bats and everything. It's cool. Come on. Hey! Well, I don't even care what date it is. It's in June. But this is for the July 16th fight between Ricky Burns and Nicky Cook. And this is the prediction vid. And I will, it's for the WBO title, by the way, super featherweight. And I'll break both fighters down, give my prediction at the end, take you on a nice little journey. A little journey through the punches. You know. The uppercuts and the low blows. Just keep it going. We'll start out with Ricky Burns, the Rickster. He's a 31-2-0, 8 knockouts. Not really gonna, impress people with his power. He did have a stoppage his last fight out, and he's had 5 in his last 16, which brings him up to like 33% knockout ratio instead of 24. So I guess that's better. Anyway, he's very, very tall for a super featherweight. Very tall. You're 5'10", and you weigh like 130 pounds. That's tall. Just say it. That's really tall. He's not a puncher, as I just said. You can look into it. When you look at his record and stuff, it's a bit inflated. 16 of his 33 opponents had losing records before he fought him. 2 of them afterward wound up with losing records. That's like 58% of his opponents have actually had losing records. One of them was like a debut kind of deal. He lost to the 2 of the top 3 fighters he's faced. Arthur smoked him. Cook beat Arthur. Good win over Gomez. That was one of the good guys that he beat. He knocked him out. And Martinez, got the unanimous decision over Martinez, who dismantled Cook. It was a close fight that Cook was winning. Cook was actually beating Martinez before Martinez crushed his face. And he's chinny. He was dropped by Martinez and Johansson. He fires out the jab. He's open for straight shots. He's very aggressive. He can get a bit wild, as we saw when he got knocked down by Martinez. He drops the right before he throws it. And I said this in the past video, and he still hasn't changed it. Before he throws the right hand, he drops it down and fires it out. Okay? I don't know what's going on with my computer. The video is off a little bit. Anyway, crisp combos. He gets in, he gets out, he fights and keeps you at distance. Doesn't necessarily like to fight inside, but he's got great uppercuts when he does get inside, and they're sneaky. And he is active, but he moves back and forth too much. Not really the side-to-side lateral movement you'd like to see to actually get out of the way of stuff. Just more backwards. Gets off the ropes very well, keeps opponents at range. His lack of power hurts him, but he is deadly accurate with his shots. And when you have a lack of power, you can't really work the body like you would want to, because you got to get in a little bit closer when you're firing those body shots. He holds a bit much, but you can't really blame him if a dude's walking through his punches. He's like, hey, okay, I'll just hold you for a second. Ref will break us. He'll get me back at distance again, and then I'll start punching you at face from long distance. Okay, going over to Nicky Cook. He's the right size for super featherweight. He's like 5'6". These guys really aren't supposed to be 5'10". He's 30-2, 16 knockouts, 50% knockout ratio. So he's got a bit more power. He's got good power, not very good, not great, none of it, just all right. Also lost to 2 of the top 3 fighters he's fought. Both times he's lost, though, he's been knocked out. Stephen Luevino absolutely crushed him. Dropped him like 5 times in that fight. And Martinez crushed him. So definitely you got to look at the chin. He has the lesser of 2 chins out of this. And you start looking at his record and the fighters he fought, all of them had very low knockout ratios. They're not high. A majority of the fighters that he's fought were around that 25-30% knockout ratio. So is his record padded? I mean, he's had a lot of 12-round fights, but the guys he fought just didn't have the knockout power. So, I mean, Martinez had a 50% knockout ratio and just dismantled him, even though he was losing. Luevino, 38% knockout, you know, and he crushed him. So he's not active. He's only had 4 fights in the last 3 years. So Alvarez does that in like 6 months. You know what I mean? It's crazy. The guy's just not that active. He had a 14-month layoff between his last 2 fights. I mean, granted, that was a massive loss to Martinez, and then going in there against the last guy that he fought, who was a bum, by the way, mega bum. And but let's look at him. You know, he throws jabs, good left hooks. Could possibly be the best punch that he has is the left hooks. He touched Martinez with that very well, and I think that is his best punch. He's not fast for a super featherweight. He has a high D, but he drops his hands whenever he's throwing. So as soon as he throws a jab, it's like the right hand drops with it. It drops with it every time he throws. That is deadly. That is a problem. You can be countered when that happens. He will work the body, and he occasionally throws combos. So those help him, but he's not fast. He's not fast enough to really hang with the elite guys. He moves straight back when he's thrown on, which is deadly. You know, you don't want that. He moves his head, but if you were to double up the jab, you would hit him with the second shot. Because when he moves, it's not like he's anticipating another shot to get out of the way. He just moves over, waits, and then throws his punches. So he can get hit if you throw multiple shots at him, if you double up the jab. He has nice uppercuts, and as I said, he just has okay head movement, so he'll at least dodge the first one. He can counter and time his shots. But you got to go back to that chin, and the chin is a huge question mark with this dude, man. I'm not lying. As soon as he got touched, man, it was like Thomas Hearns. You know, Hearns could be dominating a fight, smacking dude around. It was like, ting. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. It happens. I don't have the best chin in the world. Then again, I don't, you know, I'm not getting punched in the face anymore. But you know, when you look at it, and you have that, I think Ricky Burns starts a knockout streak, man. I think this is going to be his second in a row. I think he knocks him out in 9 rounds. I think he finally gets to him. His aggressiveness, the cumulative power of his punches will finally take his toll. You don't need to be a great power puncher. You know, just throw with aggression. And I think Nicky Cook's chin is going to afford him that opportunity. So, there's my prediction. Please comment, rate, subscribe, be my friend. Let me know what you think. And this is Bigragu. Mao.